at YouTube to a new episode of MoveProductions.com product reviews. What's hot, what's not? Now we have a new topic and we thought we are doing here something we never did before. To be honest, when we were comparing the best performing studio monitors in the industry for home studio. So we had some 4 earlier reviews actually from the KRK RP5, from JBL 305. We had the M-Audio BX5 for example in our test reviews, and also earlier KRK Generation 3 versions. So what we're doing today as a little gadget and present for you, we have now the 305 comparison already with the KRK monitor, and what I'm doing with you guys, which is also a new experiment, what happens if we're comparing now a 5-inch speaker to a 6-inch speaker here from the same manufacturer. It's the JBL 3 series, the MKII model, from the 305P and 306P from JBL HARMAN. So what to say about it? Generally 5-inch is a regular, I would say most common speaker size for every home studio. You definitely have on the market 3.5 speakers, 4.5 speakers. That's with PreSonus, for example. They have these kind of sizes, but generally as a standard, if you work with 4-inch speaker, you have several speakers options: Monkey Banana, Pioneer on 4 inches. M-Audio New has also a new model on 4-inch base, or 3-inch, which is then rather small. So we're comparing now 5-inch to 6-inch for a home studio, and listen today if we can really find some difference from the sound environment and the sound picture. So if you compare the power of the speakers, for example, I mean the big one, the 306, is running with 112 watts of power, and the 305 works with 82 watts of power. So compared, for example, to the KRK 5-inch, which runs with 55 watts, actually from a measuring perspective and specification, that seems to be a large difference. If it is a large difference, we will hear today. So generally you can see it also in the JBL detailed review then from 305 speaker. Both MPCOMs here with the XLR and TRS inputs. You have 2 buttons here, adapting or equalizing, and also the high frequency. You have a trim button over here on both models with JBL, and then the standard power cable adapter, the button, and there's here, that's special, you have a professional sensitive button here. If you work with professional studio equipment, you can switch that from -10 to +4 dBs. I mean, that's just a technical thing if you're working all with fully professional equipment and not really for home studio users. So these are the 2 speakers. Now I will switch the position and let's hear some music then and see really what's the outcome of the comparison for home studios between a 5 and 6-inch speaker. Let me surely give you one more information. I mean, 6-inch speakers, you don't have that many on the markets, because some manufacturers, they go from 5-inch directly to 8-inch, for example. KRK has 5-inch, 7-inch and 8-inch then. I mean, that's depending on the product, the manufacturer. And I think important for us today is really if we go in the details of the sound perspective with the 2 speakers. I mean, is it really a huge difference to work in a studio with a 5-inch or 6-inch speaker, and is it really, brings it any value for you guys to create music on a larger speaker deck? So that's it for now. We will now switch the position and I'll give you some more info and then listen to the music and make a comparison on the both, right? Thanks for that, see you. If we're comparing now the 5-inch speaker from JBL, the 305P, to the 306P to the right hand side, which is definitely from the size a bit taller. You can see it definitely, I guess, here in the cam. For me actually I would rather say it's the maximum already for home studio if you work with a 6-inch speaker, and of course if you're a DJ or somewhere doing live shows that have bigger audiences, it's definitely great to have a bigger, larger speaker. But home studio, I think, also from JBL, generally it's one of the largest speakers from the size here on the market. So 5-inch already is great and larger, rather larger here. And on the right hand side you see the 6-inch speaker, which is still fine, but I would say it's close to the limit then already from a size perspective. You can find all information from JBL here on the internet for both speakers, the 305 and the 306. Go for them. Maybe it's important. They also have been awarded with 2 awards, the speakers. So generally it's pretty renowned speaker, the JBL ones, compared also with the KRK. But I guess in most studios, home studios, it's still a standard to go with the Yamaha Aegis 5 speaker or with the KRK speaker. So I think the JBL not so famous or popular there. I don't know why, because to be honest, even I had some listenings before. It's a great speaker and very close also to the KRK one, so there's not really a huge difference from the whole sound design and sound perspective. Yeah, let's go. I just prepared on Spotify, so I will now show you some examples here from 2 artists which are signed to moveproductions.com where we had releases. And what we do now, I'm playing you the music. I mean, imagine I'm recording now with the mic in the cam, and this is not the perfect sweet spot position, but I think let's experience that out. But you can feel if I'm giving you just the left channel and also then the right channel from the large speaker. I will of course notice if I hear some difference. I will let you know and give you some advice on this as well. So let's start, guys. Maybe let's start with Tim Urban here, indie pop rock artist working for us or with us. So let's go just with the first song. Hear the full sound, and then we're going switching the channels. So the volume is now pretty, equalized from the left channel to the right channel. I just adapted this, so that's more or less the same level. And now let's hear what some differences of the sound. Around you, everything came alive. There was a fire in your eyes. Faded photographs, or were they only in my mind? Your beauty was the perfect crime. Were you ever really mine? Must have been a beautiful thing. I'm hearing the left. Now switching the same part of the song to the right channel, guys, that you can have some imagination here. Let's hear that on the right. 306 speaker. Then you drew the curtains close. A lifetime comparison on Tim Urban with the song. So actually very hard for me, I mean, to hear any differences. Of course, I mean, it's not the same size of the speaker. Also consider we have the right speaker here, even positioned well. It's pretty close to the wall here with the bass reflex at the back. And overall, I think from the sound perspective, high frequencies, mid-range, that sounds pretty linear, all good. Comfortable. From the bass, I can hear some more bass, I realized, on the 306, but maybe that's the size, even it's a bit closer to the wall. But it sounds overall, if I would know, for example, I have two different speakers and two different sizes of the speakers here in the room, I most probably wouldn't realize it, to be really honest. I mean, it's hardly differentiable here with two speakers. Maybe we go for, let's go for another track. We also have here the songs we released, Snowflakes, for the winter season 220. Let's have a short look on this one, how it sounds. We go maybe somewhere in the song here. So maybe I'm just showing you now a second song as an example how that sounds on the speakers. If we go to the release here, Snowflakes from us, let's shortly check how this sounds with the ones over here. Yes. Back on the board. That was just maximum volume test also for me here. Overall, yeah, sounds pretty harmonic. Both speakers, of course, it would be very bad if it would be different from one to the other speaker. So what I can really realize is just, you know, the size of the speaker, both from the waveguide, sound perspective and sound picture, all really sounds pretty good to me. From the high frequencies, mid and also the bass range, nothing too much, nothing too less, so that's doing a great job, and that's why we're doing those reviews. So both speakers working, of course the 306 more from the size, rather a bit large for home studios, better to use than for live gigs you have and events with larger audiences. So let's make it short now, doing little summary at the end, and then we finish already. So with the two speakers we were testing out today, the 305 and the 306, as both great speakers for home studios. Go with a 5-inch, that's absolutely more than enough. Maybe you can also try with a 4-inch speaker of any other provider, but definitely 5-inch, as I told you, is definitely a good size for home studios. So the 306, of course, if you're making gigs, work as a DJ, you need some more power and volume, go for the 306, but 305 definitely more than enough. And now maybe shortly from the price tags, if you compare prices, so the JBL model here One speaker costs around 120 to 140 US dollars. The KRK then is more expensive. We were talking about 160 to 180, so that's more, yeah, you can see $40 more. And the one we tested out already, also the M Audio BX5 Delta 3, for example, as I told you, is a very cheap one. You can start there with a 5-inch monitor speakers from around 100 US dollars, 1 to 110. So you see also the differences in the price tags. As I told you, yeah, M Audio maybe has a bit of lag in the high frequencies, which is more adjusted and leveled out here at the JBL and also the KRK RP5. So that's a big difference. Yeah, and the 306 maybe, as I told you, you need this for larger audiences and some live performances. Nothing really that gives you any argument to use it in a home studio. So you're doing a great job already with a 5-inch speaker. That's already good standard and a good valuable decision you can make for home studios. So that was it now from JBL, the ones from today, 305, 306. I hope this information, as always, was valuable for you guys, making a good decision on any purchases whenever it goes to build your home studio. I think today, as I told you, I'm going to do a special also report for this. You don't need any $1,000 to have a basic, good and great equipment for recording at home. So that's really rather cheap today. It's not the big investment you need to do for that. And you can record really great quality at home, using your guitar, using keyboards, using your vocal as an instrument. So that's all you have to do, guys. Everything smart and simple. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Check our other videos where we test other equipments, microphones, keyboard interfaces, monitors and everything else for home studio equipment. Check also out, we have our latest releases window or playlist info also on YouTube. Whenever you want to just check how we work at moveproductions.com on releases as a label, go there. Yeah, that was it for today, guys. Still Christmas. Wish you a great holiday season. Keep safe in these times of Corona, and wish you a great start and also for 2021. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye. Cheers.